Hey y'all, thank you for clicking on the video and welcome back to the Hartford Whalers franchise mode. Your two-time Stanley Cup champions in year 7 this past season. We had just won, as you can see. Going into year 8, I am going to go just how almost reactionary because just trying to look through it. Pretty much the pending free agents is, I'm guessing that might be there. Defensively, 12.9 million for Clarke. I understand, he's a top 4 potential, so that potential can fluctuate. I mean, I can sign him and then possibly trade him, depending on who's on free agency. You have Mintyukov, you have Korchinski, who could possibly be there. Like, I understand, he just had a good year. It's just, yes, he's getting more X factors and stuff like that. Yes, he's been here for so long. He's the offensive defenseman, but 12.9 million to a person that can absolutely drop right down to an 85 if he doesn't put that up statistically that good of a season or anything like that. I really want to give it to him. But right now, let's just worry about the trade deadline and not the trade deadline, the draft, excuse me, and just making as much cap space as possible. So let's get into it. We have, we're just going to sim the top 10. Does anybody want to give up anything in the top 10? No, I don't blame you. Looking at the draft class, who there is, it's pretty good. There's a high top 6 in here, so you can get him to an elite if you have good seasons with him. A lot of left defensemen. There's this one right defenseman. I was thinking about it. It could be. I was thinking about it, but I mean it's not a possibility. And to get up to 8, we don't have the draft capital as is for it. So, as you can tell, here it is. We only have 2 draft picks this year, but I'm hoping to, recoup a little bit more for these next 2 seasons with trading away some guys to make cap room. We're just gonna let it sim out, but teams like the Ducks, was it Ducks Wild? Man, it goes faster just by doing this. Ducks Wild, Edmonton, who we just came up against in the finals. They're the Western Conference. I don't mind dealing players to them. Their team, they're looking to win. So, I mean, we can quote unquote help them out as is. I wouldn't help out anybody in the Eastern Conference. Anybody that we could go up against. I don't mind Western Conference. But we gotta see who's willing to take on some of our contracts. We still have McTavish. We're gonna keep Raty for 2 years. Burge, possibility of letting him go. Great 2-time Cup winner with us. He's been fantastic all the years that we've had him since the beginning. It's just, it's not run its course with the player. It's just, we have Petrie coming up. We have Arneson, who can absolutely take over some of the bottom spots for simulating and stuff like that. So and for 2.5 mil, that's 2.5 mil. We can also clear up to then re-sign Clarke. We have, Briz, who accepted his $14 million contract extension for an 88 overall. Just absolutely bonkers. Dimitri, I don't think I'll be able to re-sign him with the amount that Clarke is asking for, so we'll be losing him. We're going to be losing Forrester and Holmstrom, so it's really just out of those 2. Ott is the first overall pick out of this year's draft. I know I got to go faster with it. But yeah, we're starting to get into a lot of the years where all the contracts are just getting way too big for the price tags that are on them. So we'll be losing Zamula. I'll be trading away Perbix. Aber is also going. A lot of these guys with 1-year deals. Sanderson maybe in free agency. Maybe I can get back a couple depth defensemen with that. But as of right now, it's Jonathan and Perbix. Two guys that have been here since the beginning, since I drafted them. They both have won 2 Stanley Cups with us. Thank you, but I gotta free up that 5.7 mil for a possible huge contract, and Dallas is willing to take them. Who are some of the other teams that were in there? The Avs are willing to take one of them. Where is it? Ducks don't want him. Who else was big contenders in the West? Well, whatever. Edmonton doesn't want him, so Wild it is. We'll see if we can't get a couple extra draft picks this year, to help with it, a 4th and a 5th. I mean, I could try for 2 fourths, see if that helps out whatsoever. Maybe I can sneak in a 5th or 6th. Maybe I can sneak that in. We'll see. So, Perbix, Jonathan, thank you very much for 2 fourths and a 6th this year. See if it works out. They accept it. All right, beautiful. We got depth picks to pick players, but we'll just sim to next round just to see some of the top guys. So you got Ott at 81. All right, not bad. The game's slow. Ott at 81. Sutter at 82. You have the offensive defenseman Kuminski, who they can let go of Korchinski. High top 6, 76 overall, not bad. Biggs, 81 overall. Cody Nakamura, 81 overall, 66 overall. I'm glad I didn't trade up for Reed. That was a lot to give up for him. Any steals in the first round? Any elites in the first? Is that low elite? Low elite for the Penguins. Oh, great. They get another one. And, hey, look at that. Good for the Oilers. A low elite for them. And with our draft pick, the St. Louis Blues got Stafford. All right. Another power forward, top 6. So let's just sim to our pick, 66. The end of the second round. Any steals so far? Any steals? A medium. Oh, it's a goalie. A medium top 6 defensive defenseman. Now that's good. That is good. Medium means you'll progress pretty well. Let's make our pick. We really need forwards this year. I mean, we have defensemen, but we could really use some forwards this year. I can try to get Cesar. But with this, there's absolutely no doubt I'm letting Thomas Lindbergh slip out. Yes, it says 5 years away, so it's going to take him a while to grow. But a medium elite potential, 5 years, yeah, it's going to take some time to grow. And hopefully he can grow faster. I mean, depending on how his attributes go. But a two-way forward, or most likely a two-way forward, but medium elite, absolutely, let's draft him. We'll find out what he is after, but let's get to our next pick. Ooh, an enforcer. Let's back out an enforcer. Top 6 enforcer, 53 overall. So I mean, 5+ years at least. Enforcers. I wish they progressed a little bit better. Let's absolutely take a risk at this medium franchise guy. He's probably going to be just a starter, but let's take a shot at it. We got our 2 4th rounders here. Let's just try to find best available here. I mean, we can go Bootland. It's a fantastic name for a grinder. But Larry Wall, let's see. Any guys here? I mean, Foley scouted for possible years. We got a gem here. Low elite, two-way forward, two-way defenseman. Let's get him. Yep, nice. Low elite, two-way defenseman, beautiful. I mean, it's defense, not forward, but can't pass up on any elite. Any gems left? Should have done that first. Forgot. No. So let's just try to take best available forward. It's looking like it's going to be Larry Wall, just possibility, or most likely. Just taking shots in the dark, but yeah, let's just take him. Why not? Larry Wall, he can play right and left. What is he? A medium elite two-way forward. So we're hitting this draft with the draft picks that we have. We're doing good. Butterfly goalie. I'd like to see a stand-up goalie back in this game if they can make it. I think it would be a little fun. I mean, he's drafted 600. Any possibility of low elites? I mean, we get another right winger. Not really. Let's just take a look at forwards. Forwards here, we got the top 6. We got low top 9. Low top 9 for McKenzie, Aiden McKenzie. Yeah, let's take him. Or do we have any left wingers up here? I don't think I saw any. Could take a shot in the dark at this guy, Shane Bankoff. Yeah, let's take a shot in the dark. Why not? Bottom 6. Whatever. And that's the end of the draft. Okay, end of the draft. Let's advance a day here. We have one coach that is out. We have a bunch of scouts. Let's take care of the scouts first. It's the easiest. Let's go. Out of contracts. All right. Any of them with C overall, let's release. So let's just release you. Well, we can always assign them back. C, let's release you. C, release you. Well, if anything, we sign them back, whatever. Release you. And then the A's and B's we will keep. As long as they scout in the right places, we will be able to uncover some good talent, which we did this draft. We did uncover some good talent. Now this is the tricky part. Do we sign Clarke, or do we let him walk, or do we do a sign and trade for some talent back, which we could absolutely do. Nice little sign and trade, and then be able to maybe pick up some free agents. I forgot. Let's fire him. C. There we go. Coaches, Hayward, you've done good as a AHL coach. I'm sure you don't want to come back as another one. Oh, you might. What is it? Associate Yoshi, he's doing phenomenal. I thought he would actually grow a bit better, but I guess this game's a bit weird like that. Power play. I mean, Yoshi, you're doing great in the AHL. You could be a power play coach. How many years left for George's? 4 years. Oh, that's right. We just re-signed him. As of right now, let's see if we'll keep it. Hayward, let's sign you back. Will you take it? Who knows? And now, contracts. Let's start with the easiest. Goalies. Let's see what we got here. We got a couple medium elites we can absolutely resign. Probably they will be starting, or one of them will be at least a backup this year. Nichols, not bad. He's a medium elite. I'm not surprised. Ricky, 1.25, sure. And then Kolsnik, what about you? 1.275, sure. Both of you accept the offer. Beautiful. 11.9 mil. Let's see. He wants 12.8 and a no move clause. That is going to be a bit difficult. 11.39. I mean, he doesn't mind. He might accept it. He might not. But that will leave us not able to sign anybody back. That's the thing. It's, do I give all the money to him? 1.5, he might accept it. He might not. That's the thing. I mean, a modified no trade clause, it might make him happy. Trade him to 4 teams. No clause. We gotta try. We gotta try to get him back, and just work from there. qualify everybody else that I can qualify. Doxu, it's been great. You're one of the first draft picks, but you're just not developing, which low bottom six. I didn't see that anyway. These guys I'll be able to re-sign anyway. Qualify Hanley, Prucha, Petrie, absolutely. McAllister, great years with us. Thank you for all your help, AHL and not. But let's release you for now. If anything, could sign you back. Valhalla, RFA. And for now, let's just wait and see if he accepts the contract. Come on, Clarke. He's going to reject it. Won't be signed because of the trade protection. Okay, how about... Oh boy, I don't want you to walk, because if you walk, I don't get anything back for that. RFAs, absolutely. I forgot about defense. Samsonov, Apple. Sure. Just RFA everybody. Clarke, okay. You don't want trades, no movement clause. How about a modified no trade clause for 7 years? Will you take that? Please. He wants to resign, and I don't blame him. Please, Clarke, resign. Hayward, it's fine. I'll figure out another coach. I'm not getting the dollar value. Oh boy, yeah. This is the problem with these big contracts now. It's a balancing act. It really is a balancing act. And I can't. If I buy him out, 1.5. I mean, that's not going to do big enough damage for any of the buyouts. I should have traded Sanderson. Oh boy, that's a lot of trade value out I'm missing on without him. And there's nobody else. There's nobody else who can. I can't get rid of any of those guys. I can't get rid of any of those guys. Hanzik, I want to keep. Raty, I want to keep. There's no one else I can buy out of their contract that will make a big enough cap difference to really, you know what? Yakupov, you know what? Somebody like Lindeen, how much? 1.65. That doesn't make any difference. If anything, that actually made it worse. That actually just made it worse. Champion, you're a grinder, but once again, not doing enough. Let's just buy you out. Honestly, how's that going to work? 11.5, yeah. It's just making the cap difference worse because it's going to negative cap. It looks like I'm going to lose out on Clarke. He wants to resign, but I just don't have $12.8 million to give him. I mean, I could try a 1-year deal with them for 12 mil, but I have 11 mil left. I need to sign somebody. Zamula, I can't bring back. Ab, I'm not going to bring back. Johansson, I'm not going to be able to bring back. Samson, I mean, as a 7th defenseman, you did pretty good, but I'm not going to bring you back. It's pretty much reset. It's a full reset here. Please, can you accept a contract just for 1 year, Clarke? You're not getting the trade protection. Okay. Will you do 1 year with a modified and something? With anything, man. Please. I don't want to lose you. I'm not going to be able to re-sign Clarke. It's as simple as that. I don't have the money to re-sign him. That $14 million from Brizgalov is really messing up the contract. Dmitry, 3.2 million. Let's just release you. This team is in full reset, and if that's the case, I'm going to have to see here what this team is going to do. I have 11 mil. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm not going to be able to bring him back. There's so much money tied up in any of these players. He likes the contract and everything, even 11 million, but he just he won't. He just won't. Yeah, dollar value. Petrie accepted the qualifying offer. Let's just make sure we have everybody on RFAs that we can bring back just for now, so we can deal with this mess as we go. What a mess. Advance the day. Clarke has gone to free agency. I can't re-sign him. How much is he asking on free agency? He's one of the top people, definitely 13 million. Okay, and there's 2 teams already interested in him. Okay. Vegas, as long as he goes to the West, I'm fine with it. Defense-wise, how are we looking over here? Clarke, Korchinski, I mean, he wants 8.9 million. He's a low elite. Carlo, he's already too old. Couturier, but it's 7.7 million. I don't have the trade cap for any of that, or trade. I don't have any draft picks left. Same thing with Bedard over here. So it is slim pickings for us. I mean, anybody who's a young defenseman is definitely RFA'd. So the only ones are the top guys here. And I mean, I could try to get Korchinski, but 8.9 million, I'm just trading out players. Before we make any other moves with the team, I need to take a second and look it over for you. It'll be, one edit away. But first, let's take a look at any of the available scouts. These 2 guys, Rogers and Carlo, absolutely come on in. We need WHL scouts. Then we need the Q. Well, first, the O. We'll just get this guy, Henley. I'm sure I just released him, but Henley, come on back. Q, I know I saw an A, so let's get him in here immediately. Give him the max. There we go. Yeah, I'll just get you. Sure. Bring you on in. AHL. I'm sure I'm good with the USA. 5. I know I need one more. That will be for later. Coaches. Let's see for coaches here. Who's available and whatnot. All right, and what are the new players coaches? We have Mark Scheifele and Kopitar. What do we need for the AHL? We could use Kopitar. He is an AHL coach. Who's going for him? The Wild. Okay. I'm gonna throw. You know what? I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. See if he'll take. I will give him 1.2 mil. Why not? Or I'll give him the max. See if he takes it. Goalie wise, let's see here. We got a decent goalie coach here. Why not? Oh, NHL teams want him. He is not going to sign with that. AHL, why not? You know what? I'll take this guy. Let's get him in. I'll give you, with inflation, let's go 3.5. Or not 3.5, 350. Let's go with that. And right now, I just have to take a look at the team here. With the amount of money we have left, let's go around in the system. Let's go deal with our RFAs. All right. Defensively, let's get Apple back in. He did pretty good for our AHL squad. 2 years, 1.25. Samsonov, absolutely. Let's just bring him back. Curb. Carb. Let's just bring him back. Not really worried about that. Kill. Let's bring him back. Kai. Let's bring him back. Day. Well, first, let me see our unsigned players. You know what? Let's give Walsh a chance. As of right now, let's just sign him because I need it. I need the players. You know, we only have 37 players in the team, so let's deal with this real quick. I really want to sign Wall as a medium elite, but I know it's going to take time. Boys, let's bring him in. There we go. Centers, let's bring in. You know, I might have to let him sit for a year. First, let's just go RFAs. Valhalla, I'm just going to call him that. Let's go. Tony Valhalla, let's come back to the team. Left wings, what do we have? We have 2 elites. Let's go. Colton and Pruch, let's go. I can possibly try to use you as something for a trade. All right. As of right now, that's what we have. What do we have for unsigned? A couple of 50 overalls. Yeah, I don't want to use 50 overalls in the AHL. Goalies, same thing. All right. Let's take a look at forwards here. Main roster. Centers. Right. We got Tij. We can have McTavish on the second line center. How much does Raty want, and how much cap extension do I have next year? 30, and he wants 12. Raty, you've been tremendous for us, but I might have to go with a little bit of a rebuild now because the amount of money that players are asking for and re-signing, and I am going to need it for depth. Hans, you could. You're top 6. We could move you up to that line, and you could be the new Raty. Pretty much the same, a little bit taller. We can start using the depth that we have of this team as of right now. So Raty might be on the move as well. We have no left wingers, absolutely none. So that's going to be a free agent acquisition. We could start using them as depth players. It could be a setback year for us. Use these guys on the bottom 6. Right wing, we still have McDowell, Martone, Kill. You could be a third liner, maybe not. Most likely not. A Day. Yeah, let's bring him back. Here we go. Bring back Day, and then it's down to defenseman now. Sanderson is our top guy, but once again, his contract's up in a year, so I think it's time to move on from him as well. He only wants 9.8, which isn't bad, but I can try to look for offensive or just a defensive pairing with Nelson, because Nelson is Sanderson pretty much. So we can use that, and then other than that, we don't have anybody for defense. So this might be this is going to be a bit of a changing. So yeah, let me look around the league on what we have, because as of right now, we could use any kind of left winger and defenseman. As of right now, we have the centerman. I have faith in Hanzek Samuel. I have faith in Sam that he's absolutely can play. He has 85 face-off. He is our face-off guy. So that's why I got him. Petrie can also be a face-off guy. He can be the 4th liner. So we have that. Arnson can be the 3rd liner. Depth guy, power forward. He can fit into it. So let me take a look around at what there is to possibly trade for, and it'll be a quick edit away for you. Okay, here with a trade is Yakimchuk He is a two-way defender, top uh, top four right now, but he can be better. And we'll pair him right up on the top line. And with that, we will be sending back Sanderson and where is he? Raty. Here we go. With those two, way surpass the trade value, and coming back, I'm hoping because they are a good team, I will be able to take back a couple second rounders for that. Let's see if this trade goes through. A couple seconds for Yakimchuk and Sanderson and Raty. They have nobody else of value in depth-wise in the team. I'll just try to be filling out the team with skaters. They have goalie prospects, so they don't need uh, any goalies. They have some players here that you know honestly I could probably trade for depth purposes, but I rather just find somebody on free agency and sign them for the AHL teams. So I'm looking mainly just for the NHL teams. Raty will fit in there. He'll be their second line center. Norris is 32, so he's going to be going down in overall. They have a couple years left on him, so that's going to fit perfectly. Yes, they technically don't have a left winger, but they have three right wingers where one of them can play, so they are going to have a strong top six with this, and then Sanderson takes over as their legitimate number one. So hopefully, trade accepted. Thank you for that trade, Utah. That is trade number one. Okay, I'm curious if this trade will go through. Boyakov, he's going to be AHL number one line player for us. Aaron Fenton, he's going to be playing in the AHL with, the NHL with us because he does have an X factor. He will be one of the people on the power play. He's an offensive defenseman that we need. They don't have a goalie prospect, so I will be giving them back a goalie prospect. I will be switching centerman with them, and then just an extra player just to help with it go through. But they don't have any prospects. I mean, they still have Levy, but I mean, he's 29 already, 84 overall. Cole, he could progress to something like that if they give him the time. I'm just trading him away because out of him and the other goalie, he's not as polished. Like, he still has a lot of 70s in here and 67 as poise. So I'll be moving on him. Keberle, just moving on from him as well as an offensive defenseman. Great puck movement, just can't skate. Yes, he's a medium top four potential, but out of all these guys that are medium top four, I mean, he's a couple years older than him than some of these guys. So let's just move on from him. We'll move him up. As of right now, in the NHL, I mean, Samsonov, yes, he's a low overall, but I mean, awareness-wise, he can play. During the simulation, he most likely will be back in the AHL. So there's that. Nelson and Yemchuk are the only two NHL defensemen we have. He will be one of the defensemen we get back. So let's see if it goes through. The trade accepted. Beautiful. We're making deals. We're reforming this team, it seems like. So let's continue. And the last trade I'll be doing here is with the Seattle Kraken. Franklin Bass. Yes, he's a two-way forward. As of right now, top 6, 19. Just looking at his 1 year stats, yes, he was on a bad team, but 24 goals and 11 assists, 170 shots. It looks like he does shoot the puck. He can take faceoffs. I don't know why he's taking that many faceoffs, but he has potential to grow to be a good player. I mean, his awareness is already there. Skating is getting up there. He does have a shot. He just needs puck control and skating. I'll give him a shot. We have an opening on this team. I don't mind giving up my second rounder for next year I know that it's probably not going to go through, but let's just see. Yeah, trade rejected. I understand. We have a second and two thirds that following year. Let's see if a second and a fifth will go down for that. Yes, thank you. So as of right now, what the lineups are looking like, we're going to have to fill out this team pretty well. Let's take a look here. Forwards wise, well, let's just take a look at centers. I can put Hans on the second line, or I can put him on the third line. We'll see what that does with McTavish. McTavish can play down the center on that second line. I mean, he did pretty good on the outside, but two face-off guys there. We'll just see how that turns out. We have Arnson, Petrie. We'll just need a fifth. Bykov, he can play. He's going to play down in the AHL. Valhalla, I mean, he could be the extra up and down player for the year, so he'll be down in the system. We'll just need an extra guy there. Bass will either be playing third or second line, depending on how that shifts. So, but I'm thinking second line to help him grow. We will just need Oldenson. He can play. I'll probably play him on the fourth line this year. Why not? Again, I mean, he did last year. We'll just need a couple AHL guys, it looks like. Mostly the AHL guys are on the right side and defense. Gill, he's probably going to play in the AHL again. Day, same thing. So those guys are down in the AHL with him. It's just a bunch of depth. Most of it is on the back end, on the defensive side. So we have, where is he? We have Fenton. We just need to sign him. He's going to play in the AHL. Let's sign him. So he's up in the NHL. We need two more right Ds and a left. Possibly somebody who can play both, but that might be Brunek or Samsonov as that extra defenseman. And then goalie-wise, I'm keeping Alex. Why not for a year? I mean, he did great for us. He can be in the AHL as we bring up Ricky. So we'll see how that all turns out. Let's go take a look at free agency, what we can sign. I mean, with anything, we could sign Clarke back, but I'm thinking Carlo to help with the defense. Yes, he's a defensive defenseman, but we could absolutely use him to pair up alongside Fenton. He has the overall and everything, and he could be our one big signing for this year. So we can pair him and Fenton up. No trade clause. I'm sure I can be able to get him to waive it. He'll get back to me in a few days with that. Sure, I'll give him that contract. And then just a really good awareness two-way guy to play on the third pairing. Weaver, no. I mean, it's probably one of those guys up there. We could probably get Timmins, but he might drop in overall before the season starts. Kale Fleury, probably not. Weaver, he wants 3.4 for a couple years. Well, awareness, I mean, really good stick and shot blocking. Definitely get in the way. A good shot. It's between him and Kesselring, because Kesselring can play both sides. He definitely turning the puck over. You know what? Let's give Weaver a chance. I mean, could trade him. So that's $3 million. There we go. How about just 3.4? We sign. He accepts our offer. Beautiful. That is one defenseman down. Now we just need a left defenseman who wants just 1 year of Vince Dunn. A good two-way, solid guy. They could absolutely kill it together. So let's sign him. He might drop an overall. I'm not paying $8 million for that. not for that. I still have to 7 mil. Oh, right defenseman, left defenseman. I mean, we have this guy right here. That's he could get up and overall. We could trade him. Why not? Let's sign Vesa. Vesa, come to the team. 3.2 million. I could absolutely work with that. Now, wingers. I do need a third line right winger. So who would that be? Would that be Evangelista? No, that's 5 mil. I might have to wait a day just to see if that guy accepts our contract, to see how much money we have. I could get a sniper for the third line because the second line won't have a technical scorer. Dumas, I mean, he wants 2.9 mil. I could probably work with that, so he can be a decent signing. He doesn't want. We can just sign him for 3 years and see how that works. Yeah, let's sign him. We can trade him. He accepts our offer. All right, let's sim a couple days, or you know what? Actually, let's try to fill out the AHL side. Yeah, let's sign you, Dwayne. What do we have for left wingers? We have Pekka. What are you? You're a sniper. You're a playmaker. None of you know how to really skate for some reason in this game. They don't have that in the system as progression. What about you? What are you? Playmaker. 22, 72. Let's just get Emberg. It's just for the AHL team. We'll get him in here. We need to do AHL we actually need to do AHL defenseman too. Arvidsson, what are you guys? Power forward, undrafted. Let's take the undrafted guy. Why not? He can play down in the lines. And then we got to get defense for the AHL side. What do you guys have for the AHL side here? Murata, offensive defenseman. Sure. Quincy, 52 overall. Absolutely not. We could sign these two guys, 2 offensive defensemen. Why not? What are you? Purcell, 2-way. Huh. Let's sign Purcell. Here we go. The game decides to load ever. There we go. Barry, let's sign you. And LeCante, Lana, whatever. Bernard, let's sign you. Yeah, let's take a look at that after Carlo, if he accepts our contract. If he does, we got any enforcers in this game? And we have any enforcers? No, really? No enforcers? That's crazy. Let's take a look. Strength. Yeah. I knew I saw him while looking through trades and stuff like that. I knew I saw him. Let's sign McElroy. He's an enforcer defenseman. Why not? Bring out the toughness in the AHL squad. There we go. Boom. What about goalies? Is there any goalies that pass by the draft or anything like that? Let's take a look at Elise here. You have Markstrom. Ooh, that could work out. No, he's not a UFA. UFAs. Let's go. Why not? Why not? Tumas. Why not? Could be trade value. Why not? So yeah, let's see if anybody signs with us. We put our coaches in. We put for our scouts in. So let's see if we can get all these players. We got the scouts. They're starting to roll in very nicely. Very nice. Carlo, will you please sign Anze Kopitar? He's happy to join with us. There we go. Another coach. There we go. We got both coaches in. Beautiful. All right, come on. Please, Carlo, sign with me. Come on, man. Yes, let's go. Brandon Carlos signs with us. Beautiful. He's going to help out our young defenseman. Let's take a look at our team. Well, first, actually, after all of these moves that I've done, actually, I want to save. I know this game has autosave, but I want to save. Let's save. And let's take a look at the team here. Let's view contracts. All right. Starting on the back end, here we go. Goalies. We have Spencer still. Alex, he's going to probably be in the AHL. Ricky and Laveau down there in the NHL side. We have Yamchuk and Nelson, who will be on the top line. Carlo and Fenton, most likely the second line. Larkinson and Weaver, probably. Yeah, they're going to be on the fourth line. Those guys will be on the fourth line in the system. You know what? I might actually have to sign a two-way guy. In the system, Apple, Brunek, Samsonov, Leketic, McElroy. We have Purcell. So, yeah, we have more than enough guys to play in the AHL. We got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? I think, honestly, we have more than enough. So we definitely need a two-way guy. Main roster, we have, what are you? You two-way forward? Oh, hell, you're playing for some reason you can't skate. But Dwayne, you know what? You're gonna be in the NHL this year. Why not? Let's get you in the NHL. Kai, you're gonna be down in the AHL. So yes, we're gonna need another AHL right winger at least. NHL side, Brendan Umberg, you're a playmaker. You could be up here. Olsen, you're definitely going to be down there. So we can get a fifth for the left wing. We have our guys up here. Hansnick, and then, so a fifth centerman, a fifth left winger, another AHL guy. So yeah, we'll get those three. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Fifth left winger. Let's go look at two ways. What do we have for two ways? Crystal, Sniper. No, you're an RFA for some reason. Sale, what are you? Playmaker? No. Let's take a look at this way. Philman. Not good enough awareness. Power forward. Grinder, two-way forward. Von Barkin. Good awareness, decent skating. He could work for a fifth. Just why not? Let's put him in there. He accepts. All right, centerman. Fifth, not bad at all. But let's take a look, honestly, the most important stat, which is face-offs. Let's go to face-offs. How we doing? How we looking on face-offs? Bo Horvat's up there. No, I grow the young guys. Grow them. Two-way. It's a two-way contract. Two-way forward, 85 overall, not bad. Dean, bottom 6. What are you? Two-way forward, decent. You know what? Let's go with Sapov. Let's go with him. Beautiful. And then defense, two-way defenseman. Not two-way. Two-way contracts. Let's go with that. Ethan Samsonov. I just released him. I could bring him back, but no. Let's try someone different. Brunette does not have very good puck skills whatsoever. Most of these guys aren't. You know what? Let's take a look at just unrestricted and look at potential. Do we have anybody here? Backer. If I had 4.6 million to spend, sure, maybe. You know what? I'm just gonna use what we have in our set. Let's see what this team has. Jackson, I'm gonna sign you for the AHL team. And then I need another AHL guy for the right wing. AHL guy. Hemming, you know what? I know I've used you so many times before in other franchises and stuff like that. You always worked out well. Let's get you for the AHL side. You know, then you could be an extra fifth person, a centerman, and all that. Let's get you for the AHL side. We have 50 out of 50. That's the team for this year. Let's get it saved and simmed to next year. Get all the rosters and the good stuff set up, and I will see you then with year's 8 team. As much as I would want to repeat, it's going to be a struggle this year. We've lost so much. We lost pretty much 2 top defensemen, so we lost a little depth there. And then we lost Raty and Jonathan Burge, who was big for us throughout the playoffs. But let's get to the next season, see how this team is looking, and see what possibly we could do. Okay, let's welcome your year 8 Hartford Whalers. The team honestly hasn't suffered that much. It came out better than I honestly thought. But first line again, we all know who's on the first line. Briz, Tij, and McDowell. Second line, this is where it is. Bass, as of right now, well, he will be staying there. Bass, McTavish playing down the middle now, and Martone on the right side still. Dumas, Hanzik, and Braden. That's the third line, and the fourth line is all the guys that we've acquired and drafted, all the young power forward and two-way forwards. They just need to fit into the line. That's pretty much what I feel like it all is now, is just getting them to fit into the scheme. Same thing on defense here. We finally have a minus here. Vesa and Arthur, they need to fit into the system. Carlo and Fenton on second line. Nelson and Yakimchuk on the first line, they need to fit into them. Power play, yes, not as strong as it used to be, but we have to spread it the players' overalls out so it doesn't suffer across the board here. Wow, what was that? Why is Tij playing defender? Okay, you know what? Let's change this around here because it should not be like that. Nelson Martone, yeah, Tiz, Hanzik, Fenton, and where is he? Fenton. I was going to put Yamchuk here. Okay, all right, yeah. Was I going to do that? Yeah, Nelson, Martone, Yamchuk, and McDowell and Tij. All right, that's gonna work out that way. All right, I don't know what happened there. Penalty kill, we should still be looking good here. We have Nelson and Carlo on the first one with McTavish and McDowell, Bass and Hanzik on the second with the Yemchuk and Vesa, and then third is Fenton, Weaver, Petrie, and Arnson. So yeah, that's what the team is pretty much looking like. These are the extra lines on how I have it spread out. So let me know what you think. I mean, this team, it's honestly, I feel like we haven't taken that much of a suffering hit. Yes, on the back end, pretty much, but we've always been lacking defenders. So let's just take a look at what our overall is. 92, 89, and 88. Oh, I forgot to show you the goalie as well. Whoopsies. Ricky, he has jumped up to an 82 overall. I'll just tell you that now. He has jumped up, so he is now our backup. If this game ever decides to load, he is now an 82 overall. He is our backup. AHL, Alex is down to an 80, but obviously, he will be the first one up to call for injuries. AHL team's not looking too bad, actually. It's definitely out there. I like how they don't have the enforcer McElroy playing, which is kind of funny. A lot of minuses down here in the AHL, but AHL team, I can sit through and ask them to all try to fit in, but it'll just be like the NHL. A lot of them will say no. In the AHL, I've done that before. A lot of them say no. So it'll be a lot of nitpicking and going through that. But this is the team going into year 8. I'm excited for it. I feel like we can be a contending team. We can absolutely be fighting for a playoff spot with the the forward core, it's not as bad. Yes, there's an 82 on the second line, but hopefully throughout the year he does progress a little bit more. Same thing with the bottom six and getting them to fit into the system. Same thing with the defense, getting them to fit in, giving them pluses and all that. But also, big development. I saw it as I was going through. You won't believe where Clarke signed. I'll give you a guess. It's in the East. He did not go to Vegas. He went to our pretty much close rival in the Atlantic. He went to the Boston Bruins. So now they have McAvoy and Clarke. He signed for 7 years, $12.35 million. So if we make it to the playoffs, we will absolutely be going up against him. So that will be fun. But this is where I'm going to leave the episode. I'm excited for year 8, where I feel like we're nearing the end of this franchise mode. Let me know what you're feeling. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all the love with the viewers and the subscriptions. But until then, I will see you in the next episode. Enjoy your day. Peace out.